you ever wondered what Rhea Ripley whispers in a little Dom's ear? Wait till the end to find out. Rhea Ripley's not who you think she is. Offensive language, secret relationships, a serious injury that almost ended her career. Here are 10 shocking things you didn't know about Rhea Ripley. The first one really caught me off guard. Can you believe she once licked a piece of paper and a fan bought it for $580? At the 2023 Survivor Series Premium Live event, something crazy happened. Rhea Ripley, the WWE Women's World Champion, was hanging out with The Miz and Tyler Breeze, doing their usual auction routine. But then out of nowhere, Rhea does the unthinkable. She licked an index card that she just autographed. And after that, she even had the gall to put this saliva-soaked autograph up for auction. And guess what? It fetched a whopping $580. I can't even imagine who'd pay that much for an autograph, let alone one that's been licked. And this wasn't the only time Rhea made headlines for her bold and controversial behavior. In fact, it seems like she has a knack for stirring up controversy wherever she goes. The same happened on the night of April 25, 2019, when Rhea Ripley, the former NXT UK Women's Champion, who we've all come to adore, ended up crossing a line. During a livestream event where fans could tip $15 to be insulted in Spanish or Aussie slang, Rhea went off script, slipping a sexual slur into her insult.
Yeah, now you're a fucking cunt, you stupid fucking faggot.
And let me tell you, things got hot real quick. In the blink of an eye, the clip of the incident was circulating like wildfire online. But Rhea, being the badass she is, didn't hide away. She stepped up, took responsibility, and swiftly issued an apology on her social media. But this doesn't excuse her use of offensive language, and it didn't stop fans from labeling her as problematic and calling for her to be fired from WWE. It's clear that Rhea isn't afraid to push the boundaries, even if it means facing backlash and criticism. I mean, just look at her in-ring persona.
Rhea Ripley's coming! Oh my god! Oh my god!
She's known for being tough, ruthless, and unapologetically herself, and she drew her inspiration not from Trish Stratus, Lita, or Beth Phoenix, but from Miz, the A-lister himself.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut!
And yeah, for most of her youth, this dude was a heel, but that didn't stop him from catching Rhea's eye.
Miz is gonna do it! Miz is gonna do it! And kick out by Gunther and
His promos, his matches, his sheer charisma, it all had a spellbinding effect on her. So when Rhea was dreaming of becoming a wrestler herself, she studied The Miz like her life depended on it. And that's how we got the fierce, no-nonsense champion and someone who's always on top. But even someone as strong and determined as Rhea can face moments of doubt and fear. And for her, that moment came in 2022 when a horrifying incident rattled her career. Rhea Ripley was battling out in a fatal four-way that could have potentially won her the chance to compete for Bianca Belair's title. But then Liv Morgan out of nowhere drop-kicked her to the canvas. Now this is where things take a drastic turn. As Rhea lands, her foot hits the bottom rope, causing her knee to bounce back into her face. That brutal blow led to a brain injury and damaged teeth. A fan had the audacity to question her injury on Instagram, saying she didn't look hurt. And trust me, Rhea didn't take it lightly. She hit back with a stunning retort. Brain/teeth. Can't see a brain injury? Stop being incompetent and reaching for nothing. And of course, her girl didn't shy away from making light of her situation. Showing off her dentist's work, she quipped on Twitter, "Knee 1, teeth 0. That's Rhea, always ready to fight back with her sharp wit and sarcasm. Now losing a tooth or getting an injury during a match is common in the world of wrestling, but losing her Women's Tag Team Championship title? That shook her to the core. Basically, from traveling back and forth from her matches, Rhea found herself in a sticky situation that no champion wants to encounter. We all know how it can get messy at airports. Bags getting lost, mixed up, it's a hassle we all dread. But for Rhea, it wasn't just about losing a suitcase full of clothes or a sentimental trinket. She lost her ring gear, her personal stuff, and her beloved Women's Tag Team Championship title. Well, it was a wake-up call, reminding Rhea of the harsh reality of constant traveling as a wrestler. Well, whatever we say, her wrestling career has also given her a taste of the sweet life. Like that time when she stumbled upon love in the most unexpected place, inside a wrestling ring. And no, I'm not talking about romance with another wrestler. She's off the market. And the lucky lad is none other than Buddy Matthews, a superstar shining brightly in AEW. Now, I get it. Relationships between wrestlers are as common as a headlock in a WWE match. But let's not overlook the beauty of this situation. It's not just about being in the same profession. This is about two people who understand each other's struggles, sacrifices, and the crazy politics that come with being a part of this business. They've got each other's backs, and that's a tag team we can all root for. And for those of you who were hoping for a Rhea and Dominik Mysterio romance, sorry to break your hearts, but Dom is also engaged to his longtime girlfriend Juliet. Rhea and Buddy are a real deal, and their love story is just getting started. But don't get too comfortable with this relationship status, because Rhea is known to be unpredictable, both inside and outside the ring. Tell me, who would have thought this tough-as-nails champion Rhea Ripley is a massive nerd at heart. This badass powerhouse in the ring has a soft spot for anime, and she's not just any fan, but a diehard Dragon Ball Z lover. When these wrestlers are not throwing down in the ring, they're often found geeking out over their favorite pop culture obsessions, and Rhea's no different. In fact, her obsession runs so deep that she decided to proclaim her fandom to the world in a way only Rhea knows how. She decided to cosplay as Vegeta. She stepped into the ring in gear inspired by Vegeta's iconic armor. So when she's not dominating in the ring, you can find Rhea charging up her ki and practicing her Big Bang attack. And just when you thought Rhea couldn't get any cooler, she proves you wrong. She's also a kick-ass model. I'm not talking about strutting on the runway for some high-end fashion brand. She's got something way cooler up her sleeve. Malachi Black from AEW, the same menacing guy from the House of Black with Buddy Matthews, isn't only about wrestling and terrifying his opponents. He's also got a knack for fashion. Black has his own clothing brand, and it's got nothing to do with wrestling. It's called Black Mask Clothing, and guess who's his top model? You got it, our girl Rhea. Whenever there's a fresh batch of merch to be released, Rhea's the one rocking those threads, striking poses, and getting those killer shots. And she's not the only one in the wrestling universe who's part of this. Other wrestlers join in the fun, including Black's wife and Rhea's close gal pal, Zelina Vega. So yeah, Rhea's got some serious modeling chops, and she's turning heads in the fashion world as well. And her unique fashion is visible with her choice of haircut, piercings, and tattoos. What many don't know is that she even has matching tattoos with Toni Storm. Ripley has worked with a lot of different wrestlers over the years, but one person she has competed against a lot is Toni Storm. The two have worked all around the world against each other, putting on great matches that have helped push the two of them up the ranks in the business. They formed a great friendship throughout that time, getting to know each other a lot, and they even have matching tattoos. On the wrists, Storm and Ripley have the date from the Evolution Premium Live event in Roman numerals, showcasing the bond they have together. And matching tattoos weren't the only inspiration Rhea Ripley drew from her rival-turned-buddy Toni Storm. Remember Ripley's iconic, non-conforming haircut that screams rebellion? Well, it turns out that its origin was also rooted in the fiery rivalry with Storm. Back in the day when Rhea first stepped into the WWE, she was the quintessential WWE diva with long, luscious blonde locks. But then along came Toni Storm. With both of them sporting similar blonde looks, our girl Ripley decided it was time for a change. Something to set her apart and make her stand out in the face of fierce competition. So what did she do? Well, she transformed herself, ditching the traditional WWE blonde look for a bold, punk-inspired chop. Storm's presence fired up Rhea's desire to redefine her persona, leading to a series of striking hairstyle changes, and we can all agree that she rocks them all. So in a sense, we can thank Toni Storm for inspiring one of the most iconic aspects of Rhea Ripley's look. Her rebellious charisma and unique style have made her one of the most captivating wrestlers in the industry today. But is she really only a wrestler? Sure, she's a WWE superstar who's got wrestling down to a science. But get this, she's a multi-talented sportswoman. And finally, to answer the question everyone has been waiting for, what does Rhea Ripley whisper to Dirty Dom? Let's hear it from Mommy herself.
What do you whisper into his ear?
I can't tell you guys because then the secret's out of the bag and then people won't talk about it anymore. But it's pretty spicy stuff.
Actually, this is what she actually means.
What's her favorite thing to do together with Dominik Mysterio? I think you already know that answer.
You think Rhea Ripley was out of line? Then you should check out this video where some WWE wrestlers took things too far.